You're listening to Systemic Error Podcast. The failure was designed.
Trump dreams up wild new reason not to pay E. Jean Carroll. Report, based on an article by Matthew Chapman. Delay as strategy, not law. The basic fact pattern: a jury found Donald Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation and set a $5 million damages verdict. Trump's legal team is still refusing to pay, now floating a new excuse to keep the money away from E. Jean Carroll. First, they claim payment must wait for a long-shot Supreme Court reconsideration bid. Then they argue Carroll should not receive the funds because she has said she would give them away, which supposedly makes repayment harder if Trump ever wins reversal. Who holds power? The power here is not subtle. Trump has the presidency, the legal apparatus of his defense, and the ability to drag out compliance through endless motion practice. Carroll has a verdict, not enforcement leverage. That is the asymmetry. The question is not whether the judgment exists. The question is whether a powerful defendant can treat a final civil liability as optional through procedural exhaustion. A misdirection. The legal team's argument is dressed up as caution, but its function is obstruction. The source says the Supreme Court already rejected Trump's most recent challenge, yet his lawyers are still acting as if the case is suspended in some self-created limbo. That is not confusion. It is a tactic. Keep the money out of the plaintiff's hands, keep the fight alive, and convert delay into leverage. What the excuse reveals, the second argument is even uglier. Carroll's stated intention to donate the money is being used against her as if charitable distribution were a legal defect. That is not a defense of Trump's conduct. It is an attempt to exploit Carroll's likely generosity as a recovery risk. In plain terms, they are arguing that because she might not keep the money, she should get it later. This is what power does when it cannot erase a verdict. It tries to make the winner's victory practically unusable. The pattern. This is larger than one payment dispute. It is the same governing instinct Trump has always brought to power. Deny, delay, invert, and force the other side to spend time proving what a jury already found. The goal is not legal clarity. The goal is attrition. When a political actor can turn accountability into a siege, the institution being tested is not just the court system. It is whether the rule of law can survive a defendant who treats judgment as merely another battlefield. You've been listening to Systemic Error. Thanks to Raw Story for today's article with the automated voice of LJ. Thanks for listening.